Hello and welcome back to Tiny Blue Games. We're playing Guild Wars 2 and today we're going to be looking at what you can do with level 500 Grandmaster Armorsmith. We talked about in the last video how professions are often overlooked in, well, I guess crafting trades, trade masters in general. I guess professions, I guess, are the classes in this game, but how they're often overlooked in Guild Wars 2 as a source to make good income. And well, I'm going to show you two of my favorite recipes to make some cash with armor smithing. So we'll dive right into it. My favorite one that's new, since you can make ascended armor, is the Gw2 steel legging panel. Now, you can sell these on the trading post for about 26, 27 gold right now. I've seen them go up to 30, 32 gold, which is a lot of money for one thing. Considering when you add up all the raw materials, you're only going to be using about 12.5 gold to make the 26, 30 gold, and you could get 20 gold instantly, so you're going to make profit no matter what. And you're probably thinking to yourself, this is ridiculous, why would he just make profit? Well, there's a few things you have to realize. So let's get into how you make them and what you need to make. So first and foremost, you're going to need the 4 Gw2 steel ignits, and this is what's going to cost, well, it's not going to cost you that much. It's going to be the hardest part to make, and that is because to make a Gw2 steel ignit, you need you need a lump for each one, but we need 4 lumps of mithrilium ore. And if I go and scroll up to mithrilium ore, we will note that you can only make one of these each day, like during the reset, like the same as your daily. So you can only make one daily. And so you're going to need 4 days in total to make this, and that's a lot of where the profit comes from. Time equals money, everyone knows the equation. But I've already gone ahead and made all 4 of these in preparation for this video, so we're going to go down here and we're going to go ahead and craft it with the rest of our ignits. And the ignits is actually what is going to cost you the most amount of money here. For example, this entire recipe is going to require 360 iron ores. Always buy ores and then make your own ignits. It'll cost you a lot less. It'll require 160 platinum ore, and it'll require another 400 mithril ore. However, mithril ore is rather cheap, so it's kind of not that expensive in contribution to the other ores. We'll go ahead and we'll craft all 4 of these. It'll just take a moment. There's one. And we can actually go ahead and we can take a look at the rest of the recipe, which is up in your components section, like I mentioned at the start. Gw2 steel legging panel. So we have all 4 of these, this being the most time-consuming process. We're going to need 25 thermal catalytic reagent. So we'll just go ahead and buy some from the vendor. You're going to have to buy 30 since they come in stacks of 10. And when I added up the cost of making this, the 12.5 gold, all of this was included. All the reagents, all the lumps of coal you're going to need, all of it is accounted for in that 12.5 gold at prices in the market today. So I bought this, bought that. We got 5 piles of dust, which is also incorporated in the price. However, the 5 piles of dust you could already be making with the dust video that I posted earlier. So you might not have to pay for this, which is an extra gold of profit you'll get from this if you're making your own dust. To be honest, if you're making your own anything, you're going to be, you know, maximizing your profits more in the game. Alright, so we'll go ahead and craft this. And it's right here. Now, you could use it to make your own ascended armor, of course, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sell it. Since I've got no time constraint, I'm just going to match the lowest seller. Of course, I always like to make mine significantly cheaper and more desirable, so I can sell it right away. So 26.49. I'm gonna sell it. Alright, we saw that our profits were going to be about 23 gold, and our cost was 12 gold, so we're going to earn ourselves, you know, a good 11 gold there, which is huge. For 4 days work, I mean, you just go log in and do that each day. It's definitely not hard. Alright, time for my second favorite recipe. The recipe being, just let me find it here, the box of Apothecary's Barbaric Armor. Now you can make a variety of different boxes of armor. I just find this to be one of the easiest to get ingredients for, and one of the just one of the most profitable as well. If you do not know how to get the recipe for this, because you won't have it in armor smithing to begin with, no matter what level you are, I will show you at the end of this video how to get it with the Mystic Forge, so stay tuned for that. So what we're going to need is the 13 bolts of silk, the 40 spool of silk thread, which you'll buy from the merchant, the 60 carcass shell, which I generally just go and get from the trading post. You'll still make lots of profit by doing the trading post, but you can also go farm them if you want and make just tons of profit. And then finally the 16 mithril ignits. Remember, you always want to buy the mithril ore and also want to buy the silk scraps and make your own bolts and your own ignits, so you'll save money. The total cost of making this is going to be 5.4 gold. And I'll go ahead and I will craft it right now, as I had already gone and gotten all the ingredients. And when we sell this at the trading post, now if you sold it to meet the buyer, you're gonna, you know, laugh. But then if you go to match a seller, oh my god, 12.5 or 12.05. It's ridiculous how much they sell for, considering we spent 5.5 gold to make it. But that's the profit you're gonna make here. It's honestly, you know, it will sell eventually. It'll take a little while maybe, but that's a ton of profit. That's 5 gold. You've doubled your gold here. So I'll sell this. Wait for this in the mail. Yeah, and now we just wait for our 30 plus gold. Alright, and I'll show you guys how to get that recipe. Alright, so like I said, we're going to head over to the Mystic Forge, and you're going to need your 4 ingredients. The Mystic Coins, you're going to need the crystals, obviously, for the Mystic Forge that you buy from the girl there, and the wine. And then the special item is a chest piece of Apothecary Armor, the level 350 version you can get from the auction house, or you can craft it yourself. It's not a huge expense. You only have to do it once, and you have the recipe, and that's how you get it right there. So just, you know, pause the video if you need any close-ups on it, but you only have to do it once, and then you can, you know, make it over and over again in armor smithing. That's our video for today. That was a quick look at my favorite money-making recipes for armor smithing. I'll be sure to get to the other professions in the next little while here. I've also got a video coming up on some farming guides for both, well, iron ore was requested. I might do some other ores too, depending on what makes some good money right now. I've heard comments about that. I'm going to have some WildStar videos coming up as well, as I've been playing the beta weekends. Very fun game, if you haven't checked it out. But yeah, I've got videos in the progress, of being made, so, you know, don't worry, content's coming. But I've loved the support I'm seeing. We're at like 56 subscribers and growing each day. It's wonderful to see the comments, the likes. Just keep it up, guys, and I'll keep it up. So, thanks. Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to like it. If you have a comment about it, or a suggestion for a future video, please leave one. If you have friends, share it. And finally, and most importantly, subscribe. Honestly, only one of these is red. Click it.